So here is how I do my groceries. Hello darlings and welcome back. I'm Bim Bim Alade Jenna. If you're into luxury fashion, sophistication, style, a little bit of travel and apparently lifestyle now, make sure to like, comment and subscribe and watch every video and hit that notification bell.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
So we are in my tiny uni kitchen, well, like my tiny flat kitchen, and the reason why we are here is because if you watch the I gained weight and I'm not happy about it video, I gained weight and I'm not happy about it. So this is kind of my way of keeping myself accountable on my journey to lose weight and feel better about myself. I'm aiming to hit 20 kg loss by the end of the year. It's more about reaching my dream physique than it is about losing 20 kg. So it's whichever one comes first, essentially. So I do my Ocado shop. This is why they're all in like these grey bags. I tend to do an Ocado shop every 6 weeks or so. The reason why is because I meal prep and I freeze everything, and I vacuum seal everything. So let me show you what like a usual meal would look like. This is pasta sauce. So this is beef ragu with red wine, and what I do is I tend to kind of like weigh it after I've cooked everything, like know all the components and ingredients, put that into MyFitnessPal, weigh it into portions so I know how many calories are in everything. Yes, it's tedious. Do I care? No. So that's what I tend to do. And so I do separate the components instead of putting it into one dish, because I find that when I do that I don't tend to eat it, because I don't like when you reheat food, it becomes a problem. But I've just learned how to reheat food properly to kind of preserve the taste. So now I don't really heat food up in a microwave. I tend to heat it up on a stove or like an oven top. So yeah. So let's see what I have gotten from Ocado. I tend to keep my fridge very organized. This is my fridge over here. But as a true Nigerian, I always have a pot of rice in my fridge. And this is just genuinely because I made some rice today and I had chicken and rice. So there's rice in my fridge. And then I like to line up my drinks and things. I actually don't drink fizzy drinks anymore, so I'm pretty sure like all of these are going to waste, but it is the way it is. So I'll just show you my fridge now. So this is what my fridge looks like. As I said, true Nigerian with the pot of rice. I just took it out of my rice cooker really. And then I line up all of my drinks, always have my water, and this is the milk for my coffee machine. I have a little coffee station there. And then this is like jars and stuff. These are also jars and things. And you know, you have to have the chicken ramen broth in the back. Cheese, butter, and then this is usually like meat or something. Right now it's got comfy garlic in there. And diet pink lemonade, which I probably won't drink. Should probably put that out. And then I also have cayenne pepper and kale shots, and these are essentially like what it sounds like kale, orange juice, cayenne pepper, and ginger. And like you'll see there's like a little ginger shot thingy in the back, where I mix it and do it myself. And then what I do is literally just take one, shake it, and then drink it throughout the day. So my cayenne pepper shots, like cayenne and kale shots, help me with like digestion and stuff like that. And to be honest, they're a great like pick me up when I feel kind of tired, because it will put your fire in your mouth without like having coffee or something like that. My cupboards, I will admit, are a hot mess, and so you will not be seeing them because I feel like my cupboards are where my organization goes to die. So no, but we'll dissect everything. So I have these cauliflower popcorn. They're actually amazing. I hate cauliflower with a passion, but I absolutely love these. And they're, for half of the packet, it's 249 calories, which isn't that bad for a carb. They are 80, and they're 18 grams of carbohydrates, which isn't that bad. The only problem with this is that the fat content is quite high at 18 grams. And what I usually do is put it in the air fryer for around 10 to 15 minutes. And it crisps up really nicely. And I could eat these all the time. I usually go with a quarter of the packet when I'm eating these, just as like a little side to whatever chicken and something or beef and something that I'm eating. So that's what I tend to do with that. So I'm just gonna put this in my fridge. Right, and then something else that I like to do is have these spinach and ricotta tortellinis as well. Just as something that's a really like quick meal. I don't have to think about it too much. For 100 grams of this, it's 173 calories. And my aim is to get every meal to about 300 calories. That's breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and have some snacks in between. And that way I can kind of stagger and not feel like I'm like super hungry all of the time. And I have set meal times as well. So at the time of filming this video, I've actually eaten my last meal for the day. And so that's what I usually do. And it's portable, so a lot of the time I'll take this to work with me and just put it in like the fridge and eat it for a couple of days, because I usually have 150 grams, which is like a portion and a half. So that's what I usually do with this. So I've got two of those. Somebody is not texting me because I'm not that important. And then I also have like these British smoky bacon strips. I use these in sandwiches, and usually I use like 2 to 4 strips, and half the packet comes out to 139 calories. And what I would do is I would take like some bread, take some of this, take some smoked or roast chicken, put that in there, some lettuce, or What I use alternatively to lettuce is gherkins. I put that in there, put some pickled onions. I do like the pickly stuff. Put some pickled onions. Maybe if I'm feeling up to it, I'll put some butter. Usually I won't, because it kind of makes the bread a bit like, and also like, who needs the calories for that? But anyway, I'll put that in here. And then I'll vacuum seal it, and I'll take that to work as well. Because I travel to London for work, it kind of becomes hard to keep on top of my diet, and it just feels really easy to buy food. Whereas I feel like vacuum sealing it helps me just take it with me. It stays fresh for longer. It doesn't have to necessarily be refrigerated either, because there's no moisture and air in it. So, you know, I don't know that much about vacuum sealing. I'm not like an expert, but I know that my vacuum sealer, which is this thing over here, was relatively cheap. I think it was like £20 on Amazon, and it seals the bag for you as well, and you can make little pockets and things, and that's what I tend to do. Yeah. So then I also have some bread. I really like my bad. I really like Jason sourdough white bread. I just like it. It's nothing to do with calories or anything like that. I just personally like it. And then I got some chicken thighs, because I do think chicken thighs are the best. I don't like, chicken breast is good, especially if you're on a diet and your goal is to lose weight. But let's be honest, chicken breast can be a bit dry. So having chicken thighs kind of makes it like worthwhile a little bit. And then I have some cucumber, because you know, cucumber is a great like low calorie snack if you just want something crunchy to eat, and you know those times where you're feeling hungry but you're not hungry. In those instances, I would usually drink water. I'm getting really good at drinking water. I don't know if you guys are one of those people, but I was one of those children where I never grew up drinking water. And by that I mean like, kids nowadays have water bottles everywhere, and I grew up where that was not a thing. Like, I didn't have a water bottle that I just carried around everywhere. But that's the thing apparently. And then I got like stuff for my laundry and things, which is not very important. Another thing that is really, really good if you just need something on the go and stuff like that, is this Davensford organic from Gloucestershire. Organic chicken bone broth with ginger and greens. It's pretty good. I usually put some soy sauce in there, you know, to give it a bit of flavour, and some mixed herbs and stuff. It's pretty good. You can freeze it. It tends to have like a decent shelf life, but I will say it's expensive. Like, for one packet is £6. That's expensive. Usually I put some soba noodles, like Japanese soba noodles, inside of the soup, and I cook it in the soup. So that gives it like a little bit of texture, and you know, a bit more filling than if you just had the soup by itself. This soup for the whole thing is 70 calories for the whole thing, and you get like a decent amount of protein. It's 4 grams of protein per 250 milliliters, so that's about 8 grams of protein and about 8 grams of carbohydrates as well. So I think it's a win-win, and it fills you up. So at least it fills me up. I always have some yogurt. This is the Yellow Valley 0% fat organic vanilla yogurt. I am the type of person, I'm not a big fan of like non-flavored yogurt, but it's not for cooking savory dishes. I tend to like yeah, I just tend to like more flavored yogurts if I'm gonna have it in like cereal or something. What I do is I'll have 100 grams of this and have about 30 grams of some granola for like some crunch and texture. It tends to be a filling breakfast with a coffee, of course, because who's doing this without coffee? Not me. So that's what I tend to eat. You have to have some eggs, which I'll put away later because I feel like that's gonna be a whole process. And a very good hack for if you love pasta but you're on a diet, you're not 100% like, oh, you know, pasta has a lot of carbs and a lot of calories. The best thing to do, okay, is get you some fresh pasta. And fresh pasta is not actually that much more expensive than dried pasta. You just get less of it. So this is fresh tagliatelle, and for 100 grams there's 147 calories in it, and because it's made with egg it tends to have more protein. So for 100 grams there's 6.3 grams of protein and 26.2 grams of carbs, which is way lower. I'm pretty sure it's lower. Yes, I have rigatoni in here, so let's compare. For 100 grams of your dried rigatoni, it is 356 calories, which is about, that's more than double 100 grams of fresh tagliatelle. And the carbohydrates are 69.5 grams, which is more, about triple the amount of carbohydrates in here as well. And the protein is 14.5 grams of protein, but this is 6.3 grams of protein. So it is more protein, but I feel like you need more to get full. And this is also more than double the amount of calories for the same amount. So I would rather go with this one that has less carbs, less calories, and does have less protein, but not by that much, not a significant amount. It's about half the amount of protein, but everything else in this is tripled or doubled. So I would most likely go with the fresh pasta, and so that's what I tend to do. That's just a good hack to have pasta still in your diet. It tastes better than like normal pasta in my opinion, and I think it's just a better alternative if you still want to get that carb fix but don't want to suffer the calories to get it. So I also have fresh fusilli. I also have fresh whatever, so that I can make some pasta salad with pesto and chicken. I'd most likely be using chicken breast. For that, not chicken breast, chicken thighs for that. I also got some organic egg whites from 2 Chicks. And this is about, this is about 48 calories per 100 grams, and it's got 10.9 grams of protein, 0 carbohydrates, 0 fat, and like some salt, but I don't really care. So this is some liquid egg whites as well. I'm not an egg whites girly, you know, like there are some people that will swear by egg white omelets and stuff like that. I'm not that. Because like I said, I bought like 12 pack of eggs. I do not have any fear about the yolk. I just think it's a bit nice to have it if I want to make something a bit different or something like that. I also have some more yogurt. Yogurt is actually my like sweet of choice. I much prefer to have yogurt than have any of these other things, really. I think it's because yogurt is sweet, but I don't feel like it's that bad for you. I could be 100% wrong, but I just don't think it's that bad for you. I don't know, maybe I'm just delusional. But then I have some Greek yogurt honey, and I like these little pots because that's kind of what I use as my like indicator, and then I put the granola on top, so I don't even have to get a plate. Not that I said that out loud, but I don't. So just to say that this is just how I do my groceries. I'm not a licensed nutritionist or anything like that. This is just how I do my groceries, and I cook a lot, so just keep that in mind. Most of my meals are not like ready made or ready prepared. I don't have a lot of meat in here because I already have a lot of meat in my freezer that I need to work my way through. So then I also have 5% fat Greek yogurt, and the reason why I use this is I make a lot of like butter chicken, stuff like that, so I tend to use this yogurt. You can use whatever you want. Like I always used to use the M&S, I think it was like 500 grams or like 1 kg tub of like Greek yogurt. Why am I talking like I'm American? It's yogurt. Greek yogurt. And the reason why I just didn't buy that one anymore is because I just would never make it through the 1 kg before I feel like it went bad. And because I only buy groceries every 6 weeks, it's just, it became more of an issue than it had to be. Also got some carrots. I like to julienne these and just put them as a garnish, and what I usually do is like freeze a whole batch of them, put the vacuum seal them into like portion sizes, and then put them in the freezer, and that way I just get like 50 grams of carrots, take that out. Sometimes I just let them defrost on their own because there's no air in it. Or sometimes I boil them and have them as a garnish. It just depends on what you like and how you like them. And that's what I do. What else do I have here? I also have some broccoli. I always get frozen broccoli because I just will never end up eating like the proper broccoli. And then I also have green smoothie mix from M&S. And also, if you live near an M&S that has one of those food counters where they serve like hot food and sushi and things, go and have their green smoothie. It was delightful. I actually hate smoothies, especially like the ones that you get from Joe and the Juice and things, because I have a serious sweet tooth, and so for me they never tend to be sweet enough. But this one is really, really good. It was so good, and I think from what I saw on the label, it's like 151 calories for a smoothie. It's not bad. And then I also got some potato rosties. I actually thought there were going to be 4 of them. That's why I'm so surprised that there are this many of them. And 2 of these are 141 calories. 20 grams of carbs and about 1.7 grams of protein, but I mean they're potato and onion, so you know, get what you get. This is a nice kind of carb for a meal or something like that. Usually I'd have one of these, a fish fillet and some broccoli, or I don't know, some carrots or something, or some peas, just to have a bit of colour and things, and make it a bit more exciting. And then I have my usual mati. Love me some mati, and this is the best tomato sauce you will ever have in your entire life. I really, well, it's not tomato sauce, it's like crushed tomatoes, and it's so good. Like, you don't have to blend them to make a tomato sauce. I personally do not buy the pre-made tomato sauces like Domio or anything like that, just because they put a lot of sugar in it, and I'm trying to make myself as like clean eating as possible. Saying that, I have some chocolate coming up, and that's just, you know, what I try and do with what I eat. I try and be very conscious with the things that I'm putting inside my body, and I just tend to like things that are not like tomato sauces and things like that. I can very much make on my own. I'm not making a tomato rosti by myself. Like, the effort I'm willing to put in is not that. I tend to make most of the things from scratch, but like, I'm not making bread from scratch anytime soon, so I'll buy the bread. And also, I looked into making sourdough bread, and it's a lot of work. And considering I'm not here for a couple of days out of the week, I'm just not gonna do it, because I'm pretty sure I'll kill my starter in the beginning. I'm pretty sure I will kill it, so let's just not do that. But mati is really, really good. I like it because I don't have to blend it. I can just open that can up, pour it into whatever beef or something I use to make. I like making ragu and all of that stuff. I also drink oat milk. So if you don't like oat milk, you think it's bad for you, like there's all these chemicals in it, exit the channel now. But I am an oat milk drinker. I stopped drinking cow's milk quite a long time ago, actually. I think I was in year 10 or year 11 when I stopped drinking cow's milk. So I was about 15, 16, around that time I stopped drinking cow's milk, because I remember my business studies teacher telling me, what do you feed a baby so that they can gain weight? You feed them milk. So milk is essentially fat. I know that's probably like some very, very stupid thing, but it really stuck with me. And also now I just tend to prefer the taste of oat milk in my coffee. I kind of just like that oaty nutty flavour. I will have normal milk if I have it. Like, I don't have anything against it at all. But, you know, oat milk is my preferred way to go. So, yeah. And then I got some avocado as kind of a morning treat. And I also looked into freeze drying, vacuum sealing avocado, and you can. So that's very nice to know that you can vacuum seal avocado. I had, oh, there's like this whole other section that I completely omitted again. So I have this, which is my lifesaver. This makes me drink so much water, especially sparkling water. So this is the Bottle Green Elderflower Cordial. It's actually so amazing. I love it so much. I can get through a bottle in a week, let's be real. And if you don't know what cordial is like a very concentrated version of a juice which you dilute with water. And so what I do with this one, is I get my San Pellegrino and I get my bottle green, put some of this in a cup, pour all of this out and just drink that, and it gets a lot of water into me because, like I said, I didn't grow up like drinking water, so drinking water for me is actually a bit difficult. So there's that. My Oatly, I have my Mrs. Elderwood's gherkins, and this is what I use to kind of spice up my sandwiches and things, because you know, I like a good pickle, I like a good gherkin. So yeah, I use these vanilla coffee pods because I tend to like coffee with vanilla syrup. I'm trying to phase out of vanilla syrup, or at least go for the sugar-free versions. I've not found a sugar-free version I love yet, so if you guys do have any recommendations, please link them down in the comment section down below. I would actually love to see your recommendations because all of the ones that I've tried have been distasteful. And then I've just got like some more bread and some white onions, which no one cares about because they're white onions. And that is the end of this video. Please remember to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next ones, darlings. If you like this type of content, please let me know in the description box down below.
Artlist